Hi, my love. This is going to be your mini year of you reading. For the reading, I will be tapping into your year card as well as pulling cards for the outlook of the next 12 months. It's a mini reading, so I'm going to try to keep on schedule because I can talk forever. But we'll see what we do, how we do. I'm going to try and stay under 15 minutes. Okay. So your year card came up to the number 3, which is the Empress. So the year of the Empress is the year of creation, the year of manifesting, the year of pleasures, and diving into, being a woman and diving into the femininity and the feminine energy and the divine feminine and all of the above. It's all about, like I said, creation and taking part in creating something or being artistic or being like tapping into your interests and what completely interests you. Also giving into the pleasures of life that you love, paying attention to the details, enjoying the good smelling stuff, the good foods, the beauty, self-love, all of that, all of the above, nurturing nature, all of that, all of the good stuff. So it's a beautiful year for that. That's what 2020 is going to be looking like for you. It's also the number 3 in the tarot. So all the minor arcana cards I pulled. So we're going to tap into that. 3 of Cups, this is a socializing card. So the 2020 New Year will bring forth socializing, possibly getting in touch with old friends, people you haven't spoken to for a while. This would be a good year to do that. This is a good year for celebration. So there could be some upcoming, big celebrations that you'll be attending for people, special people in your life. It's also just a really good overall get together kind of a card. So if you're usually not the type of person to go out and mingle and whatnot, the 3 of Cups is asking you to do that. The 3 of Cups is asking you to celebrate. The 3 of Cups is asking you to find reasons to be happy and joyous. Okay. I'm afraid my phone is going to fall over. 3 of Swords. So 2020 can also bring forth some heartaches. It can bring forth some challenging times, some emotional times. This could be disconnects, okay? This could be losing somebody special in your life. This could be losing a friend, losing your connections with somebody, disconnects. This could also be, it could also resemble heartache, heartbreak kind of things. So making sure that your relationship is strong, I'm not telling you that because the 3 of Swords came up that you're gonna, have a breakup or whatnot, but use this as a guidance to make sure that your relationships, whether it's love and romance or your relationship with your kids or your relationship with, family members and friends and coworkers, make sure they're all strong, because the 3 of Swords can indicate some trouble in some kind of a relationship dynamic. So it's not just romance, okay? It could be a relationship with anybody. So there might be a couple of challenging times with your connections with people throughout the year. So that's something to keep an eye on, especially if you start to see that develop. That's just something for you to keep it, to be aware that that's something that can happen. The 3 of Swords can also indicate some depression too. So some bouts of depression, maybe regrets, not taking action on something. So that stuff can come through as well in 2020. The 3 of Wands is indicating the desire to see what else is out there. Is the grass truly greener on the other side? That type of question. So 3 of Swords can also indicate your desire to move, your desire to relocate, your desire to experience something different, okay? Stepping outside of. 3 of Wands can also be a card of waiting too, okay? So maybe in 2020, you'll find yourself waiting for, other people to come to you or family to visit you or whatnot. But if you find yourself constantly in waiting, this card can be a reminder for you to take initiative and take action so that you can go out and meet those people or take action and do things in your own life so you're not just sitting on the sidelines, okay? And then lastly, the 3 of Pentacles is a card of kind of restructuring your life, reprogramming your life, or rebuilding fixing, making something stronger and sturdier, whether it's your relationship, your job, your relationship with your kids, your finances, some areas in your life. It doesn't have to be specifically finances or job because it's Pentacle. It could be any area of your life. In 2020, you may feel the need to knock it down and make it stronger. So if you have that desire to do that, then that's most likely why, because of the 3 card. So those are your cards for the year. And then now we're going to dive into your the month by month forecast. Please keep in mind that nothing is set in stone. The future is subject to change based on your present actions. So just use these as guidance, like guidance for you to make decisions in the future. I'm going to be pulling from 2 different decks. And I suggest taking notes if you haven't been already. This way you don't have to, rewatch the whole video later on. You can just have your notes and you can look back on that as the months go by. Oh, okay. As soon as the cards drop, that's how I know we're ready to go. Let's do another shuffle. Another shuffle. Let's do one more. All right. So let's just dive right in. So for the month of January, we have iceberg submerged, and you also have the 7 of Cups. So things in January can be coming out of the woodwork, okay? Things that were once hidden can be coming out, new decisions to be made, new choices to be made, okay? I feel like also when we're running into the month of January, we have so many things that we want to do, right? It's a brand new year, it's a new year, we set goals, we have all these amazing things that we want to do and change about ourselves and all of the above. And so I'm feeling like for you, it's a need to kind of reprioritize what is truly important to you at the moment and what can kind of wait for maybe the following month and so on. So the 7 of Cups is making me feel like you need to kind of, let's reprioritize what is most important to you right now, and maybe like list 1 or 2 main goals that you want to try to achieve for the month of January, and go month by month. Don't look in like long term, let's look short term. That might be easier for you. The iceberg, the submerged, to me, like I said, things kind of be coming out of the woodwork that you haven't had to deal with. There could be also some issues that might be popping up for the month of January that you weren't expecting. Not always negative though, okay? But I just feel like that. There can also be some other things. So like I said, if you have a lot on your plate and you're kind of putting some stuff away, you're going to put stuff away, literally. Like, so you're going to be, they're going to be disappearing for temporarily. You don't want to have everything out and about and dealing with everything all at once. I feel like you need to kind of reprioritize and limit so you're not overwhelmed so early in the year, okay? Number 2, month 2, February, we have tsunami, wake up call. Interesting. And we also have the 8 of Wands, taking action. So February, the wake up call is you're being literally like put front row center, like, hello, stuff needs to happen. The big wave is coming. This is going to be either disastrous or it's going to be life-changing. But whatever it takes place, action needs to happen. So that 8 of Wands is indicating for you that in February, when you're having some sort of a wake-up call, okay, when something crazy takes place, right? And it could come from January, where I was saying stuff comes out of the woodwork, things you weren't expecting, sudden changes, opportunities. It could, like I said, it could be positives. It could also be negative. But no matter what, you don't want to be stunned and then inactive. You're being guided to be active. That 8 of Wands is urging you to move forward, okay? Take action. The 8 of Wands is also aiming in the future. So this is something that you need to move forward with. You're not supposed to go back in time, okay? This is an aiming forward movement. I really like that. It's actually kind of exciting. I know it can kind of be scary because it's the unknown, but to me, a wake-up call is like, reality hits and you're faced with like, oh my gosh, that's what I've supposed to been working on this whole time, or things are just made more clear. So as scary as it can be with the tsunami, sometimes we need that to happen so that we can take life a little bit more seriously, or take a certain situation a little bit more seriously. So then we have March. So March, we have the Mountain, strength, and you have 5 of Cups, regrets. So with the for the month of March with the Mountain, I feel like it's like we are given mountains to climb for a reason. Mountains are like literally bound, like they're obstacles in our way for a reason. They are life lessons, okay? But to me, when I see the mountain, it's like when you climb to the top, you have a whole different perspective of life, a whole new appreciation for your life or your situation or whatever it is that you're dealing with, whatever this mountain is going to be resembling for you in the month of March. And that 5 of Cups, we gotta get you away from making regrets or being afraid to have regrets, because I feel like when you fear regrets and you fear making the wrong decision, you don't make decisions. And so maybe that's what this is all about. You're being pushed into making a big decision right off the bat, and don't worry so much about the regrets, because I feel like it's like you focus so much on the negative that you don't see those other 2 cups that are upright behind you, that sometimes the situation is actually way better than what you think it is. So try to switch your perspective on things, see the wake-up call as initial, like it needs to happen, and take advantage, okay? If you can make a big decision early on next year, I highly recommend it. April. So April, we have Dawn, new beginnings, beautiful. So that's always a hopeful card to get, especially right after this, that Mountain card. So with April, we have new beginnings, and then also, wow, we have the 9 of Swords. So again, this is a situation that could be stressful for you. That could be hard for you. I feel like it's hard for you to make big decisions that are life-changing or that can really change your whole world, because you don't want to regret or you don't want to make the wrong choice. And so I feel like new beginnings, new changes, it's going to be different for you. You're going to feel a little bit out of sorts. You may have lack of sleep. You may be up at night stressing. You might have a laundry list of worries. So use that for the month of April to kind of guide you to see that like there could be, change isn't always easy, but it's so necessary. And use that to help you, okay? So when you're going through some mental stresses in April, you might want to start planning ahead to give yourself maybe, book yourself a massage, book yourself a nice relaxing spa getaway, or make some plans with friends, things that'll help keep you sane, things that'll help relax you through this, especially if you're going through some big changes, just to help keep you grounded, okay? We have May. So the month of May, we have dance, celebration, and we also have the Ace of Swords, the new beginnings. So definitely seeing the big shift change happening in the spring for you. New beginnings, celebrations, something worth celebrating. We even stated that with the 3 card, the 3 of Cups. That 3 of Swords, that can also actually be your wake-up call, okay? So that could also be coming in for that. So I do see aces are indicators of new beginnings, and an Ace of Swords is, new ideas, new inspirations, verbalizing, communicating, that kind of thing. And then celebrating, having something worth celebrating. So it's like you got to get through some of the some of the darker stuff to get to that point of feeling good. So I do feel like springtime is going to be a really powerful part of the year for you, for sure. We have January, February, March, April, May. So June, we have Wolf Instinct. And we have the Knight of Cups, emotional instincts, okay? Knight of Cups is patience. Knight of Cups is patience with the heart, your instincts, your personal instincts. And then the Wolf is, like I said, you will just know when something is meant to be, or when something is right, or when you're feeling on the money about something. So for the month of May, month of June. Am I on May or June? January, February, March, April, May, June. So June is the beginning of summer, and I feel like it's like, but to me it feels like the calmness. The Wolf, the Knight of Cups, calm and patience. Have no high expectations. You're in the brink of something new. Enjoy it, go with the flow kind of thing, but listen to your gut instincts. Let your intuition guide you through, okay? And just be patient as you go through that, because the Knight of Cups, he's in no rush, okay? Enjoy it. For July, we have Eagle, Communion, Eagle. And you also have the Seven of Swords. So communion, to me, the eagle is kind of like spirit. Okay, it's kind of like your guides are talking to you and whatnot. If you're not listening to your instincts, you're going to be listening to your ego, and your ego feeds you lies. That's what I see with the Seven of Swords. So I feel like that the eagle is like a reminder that you need to be in communion. You need to be communicating with your guides, your higher self, God, your angels, however you do it. Because if you are completely going based off of your ego, your mind, you're going to get locked into your worrisomes, the stresses, that Nine of Swords that we saw earlier, the doubts with that Five of Cups. It's like, I feel like you're always in battle. You're always in battle with your self-doubts and then with like your spiritual path. And it's like, you got to kind of trust. You have to put a little bit more trust in the divine versus what your ego is telling you. And so I kind of see that. I kind of see like you flip back and forth a little bit. So I feel like for the month of July, it's a reminder for that. So July might be like a month of doubt. Okay. July might be dealing with some, manipulative energies, untrustworthy energies, or just people who aren't giving you their full 100%. Okay. And maybe that's why the instincts card is coming up, because it's telling you to be aware of your instincts and aware of your feelings on certain matters or with certain people. Okay. August, so you have the lotus flower unfoldment, and you have the World. So this is like literally receiving the answers. So those prayers from that Eagle card, the guidance, seeking guidance from your angels and whatnot, you'll be receiving the answers. The Lotus is very spiritual, and the World card is receiving answers, your finalities, getting closure on things, maybe receiving something that you've been waiting for. A lot of this stuff will unfold in the month of August for you, okay? So a lot of trust. It's like you're going to go through some doubts, but then it's like everything kind of happens for a reason, and you see that take place in August. September, we have summer solstice radiance. September, we're diving, it's not technically summer solstice, but we're getting into the fall season, but it's radiance. And then you also have the King of Pentacles, radiance and financial abundance and just feeling good. Very, very good. So you go through a shifty time in the summer, and then the fall season starts to come through and you're really feeling more powerful. So summer doesn't seem to be a super strong season for you. Summer is more of like trusting your instincts, going through some, manipulation and whatnot. But as we dive into the fall season, I feel like you're going to feel more powerful and more inner. You're just like more connected with yourself. And then also the King of Pentacles is business, abundance, money, finances, all of the above. And then we have, so that was September. So we have October, fairies, earth magic. I love it. I've never pulled this card before. And then we also have High Priestess. So yeah, it's fall season is your month. This is your season. So October, earth magic, dealing with fairy magic, perhaps feeling fae spirits around you. The High Priestess is your intuition, going in deep. Okay. So the month of October would be a really good time to do that. Diving in deep, dealing with the deeper areas of yourself, the things that you don't always reflect on, that stuff may be coming up. Your intuition may be strong. You might be getting real connected spiritually. Maybe you'll have some connections with someone from the past or, a past loved one. And then it's also earth magic too, which is like making sure that you're getting your time spent outside in nature and to connect in that way. Okay. November. So November we have DNA, karma. And then we also have the 10 of Swords, which is, surrender. Okay. Sometimes it can also indicate feeling backstabbed or feeling like somebody, has betrayed you. But in this sense, I feel like It's surrendering to fears. It's surrendering to self. And then I also am sensing that you're going to see the karma card coming out for someone else. So somebody that's been, maybe manipulating this energy that you were dealing with earlier, some of this stuff, some of this Three of Swords stuff, I feel like you're finally going to kind of see it come full circle where that person is going to get theirs, okay? So you might be receiving that confirmation that they're not going to bother you anymore, or the issue is settled. And it's like the karma came full circle. Not so much on you though. I'm sensing it. This is going to be for someone else, but someone that you know that you've been dealing with throughout the year. Okay. Also, because it's a card of surrender, surrendering to your fears is a powerful action. Okay. You're putting in trust that things are just going to work out. Sometimes you can't have super 100% control over everything that you do. And then lastly, we have December, and we have waterfall, effortless, beautiful. And then you also have the Page of Pentacles, which is new things coming on the horizon, new ideas, new projects, new opportunities. December will be a time for that. It looks like it's an effortless month, so it's not going to be stressful, which is nice, especially after you see this Ten of Swords popping up here randomly. It feels like making plans, taking on opportunities, anything that may be coming to you, be open arms waiting for it. Don't say no, say yes, and go do things, go with people, hang out, reconnect, travel, all of the above. But December is looking like a nice effortless month for you. So you do have some challenging months ahead. You do have a couple things, some regrets, dealing with some manipulative people. A wake-up call is on the horizon. And like I said, that Three of Swords, there's going to be some people who are going to be disappointing you throughout 2020, but hey, that happens all the time, right? But I feel like I said, I feel like fall is your season. I also feel like, you're going to have your spring is like your powerful time, but summer can be a little testy for you. So we'll see how it goes, my love. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I hope you took notes. If you have questions, comments, concerns, or if you would like to give feedback on your reading, please send me an email, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, love.